Buddy Betsy here. I'm going to do a tutorial today on a mail art I did for Your Paper Pantry, and these are the envelopes we're going to be doing. And this was Mixed Media Mayhem was the theme this month. So let's get started because I'm going to try and get this done as quick as I can. I prepped these envelopes with a little bit of gesso and a little dab of this colored paint. And to get these really rich, vibrant backgrounds, I watched some YouTube videos from Pringle Hill Studios. They're just gorgeous. So I'm taking my, I'm using these Inktense blocks from Derwent. You can use watercolor pencils. Anything will work. It doesn't matter. You'll need baby wipes. And so we're just going to start adding some color. And I also decoupaged some dictionary print on there. So you just add color wherever you want. These are my envelopes. You gotta remember they fold up. I forget that sometimes, and then when I fold them I'm like, oh gosh. So we're just adding a little bit of color here. Randomly, wherever you feel you need to put it. Let's put a little of this up here. And then we're going to take a baby wipe and a baby wipe, and it's kind of, it doesn't have to have, you know, super sopping wet. And we're just going to start rubbing in. This one might not be wet enough, actually. This gesso I use is super toothy. There we go. Look at how gorgeous this is. It's like, oh my gosh. And you can just, I kind of go where the same colors are. And you don't want to rub, I have to rub a little harder because this is super rough gesso. Yikes. Anyways, so the girl Terry was showing this, and she did, I saw it on the Documented Life project. I was kind of going through the photos, and her backgrounds are so rich and beautiful and vibrant. And so you can go to her YouTube channel, Pringle Hill Studios, and she does tutorials of this. And there's a couple different ways to do it, you know. I mean, you can... One, she laid down the pencils and then she added the gesso on top of it. Just remember, when you, if you tint your gesso, just like put one drop of color in versus a whole bunch, because you can't take, you know, the color out. You can always add more, but okay. So that's the idea with this. And then you want to let this dry thoroughly. The cool thing about these art blocks is once they're all the way dry, it's permanent color. Okay, can you see this? I'm filming from way up. Okay, good. All right, so for ease of sake, I did another one, had it go in. So I'm going to add just a little bit more color to this. It's rolling. So you just go over it again. She used stuff with paper towel and then maybe a little more paint. I didn't really feel the need for that myself. So we're just going to add like another layer. It's hard to see on here. Okay. Maybe in here a little bit. Then take your baby wipe again. And we're just going to add another layer, another depth of color. Isn't it pretty? Man, I love this. Blue, though, doesn't rub in as well. Huh. Here we go. And you can tell kind of where I decoupaged it. Smoother for one thing. If I rub too hard though, oops, the color comes off. So you don't want to, you want a pretty light touch on this. Okay, let's just put color under there. There we go. Okay, am I missing a spot? So, and then you have really gorgeous baby wipes when you're done to use on another project. You know, you can rip them up and stick them on something. So this is, you can get that really great, wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous color. See, and then you can dab with a super intense color. You can kind of dab it. And just add a little bit of more color back in. Okay, so that's how we get the background color going. And then I took some a stencil, and you'll need a stencil brush and some. We're going to use some white paint, any old white paint, just a little bit on your craft mat. And you're going to want a paper towel. Okay, and we're kind of just going to. I use a Teresa Collins stencil. It's there, and I use the whatever that is, damask thing. Okay, and I'm just gonna put some stencil brush. Where are you? I've got a bunch. Okay, so you want a little paper towel too. So you're just gonna you know, just pick up a little bit of color on your brush. Kind of dab a little bit of it off because I want it really kind of soft. And I might need a little more. I just kind of go round and round. And I need a little water on my brush. But that's too much water. And it's just kind of go in really. It just gives a light bit of color. I have to say, her stencils are a little thin for my liking. Just my opinion. Okay. See, so it just kind of leaves that shadowy kind of look there. Let's see, where else did I do some? And I think I did some up here. Just, I really like kind of that whisper of color. You know? And how much paint you put on your brush will just determine how much, obviously, color is left on the envelope. Kind of pretty. Let's do a little over here. I also use, well, I use all different kinds of stuff. I use some stamps, and I use more paint and distress ink, a little bit of distress ink. I like to keep them, I think you know, pretty flat. I tried to clean the stencil. That's why I was saying it's kind of thin, and it kind of wrecked that thing over this little piece, but that's all right. It's all good. Okay, that's what we're going to do for that. Then I'm going to take a stamp, and oh my gosh, it is Stampendous stamp. I love these stamps. It's these, flowers. Sunny Flowers is the name of it, by Stampendous. I've had it quite a while. Because I don't want to have to draw flowers on here. I know some people like to really draw me stamps. Okay. So I just used archival ink. Ranger. Here we go. Okay. So I think I put one here. So when I fold it, we'll have some on the front and the back. Isn't that cute? It's one of my favorite. I like to use this stamp when I doodle too. Like I'll put a couple on a page and then go from there. It's kind of fun. And then I'm going to put one up here. This is the back flap. So let me turn this around so I don't just kind of center it, more or less. And then I'm going to put a little hello in that one. I like when you open your end, what you see on the back. Okay. And then, let's see, where else did I put? See, when you fold it, hey boy. Oh, sorry, I'm out of camera. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit, part of the stencil there, the stamp there, up here in the corner, just a little bit. Okay. And I don't know if I did any more anywhere else. No, that's it. You know, I might not deco. Well, anyways. Okay, so that's what I did there. And then I'm going to do a little more. I'm going to add a little purple. This is just lavender, Americana. And I like the white out because I'm going to use some of that as well. Kind of blend it a little bit. I'm going to use my stencil brush again, and I'm going to use some Punchinella. I had everything out, but I'm going to have to do this in 2 parts because I'm filming on my iPhone and it only lets me upload. Okay, so just take a little bit, once again, on your brush. And just same thing, just gently add a little bit here and there. I like the softness of it and the color, you know. Let me see. Am I in frame? Can you see? Yeah, okay. So you can just add a little white if you want to, just soften the color up a little bit, and we'll just put a little in here. You can use your paper towel and dab it again if you want. Okay. And then sometimes I fold my envelope up so I can see, you know, exactly where I have some of this stuff. Kind of, maybe a little over here. You know, you like to work kind of in odd numbers. Okay, pretty. There we go with that. Okay, and then next I took some orange paint. And I did little, this is when I just